Well, Peter, welcome to the program, and great to catch up in your beautiful part of the world. As a child, I grew up going to the Marlborough Sounds every summer and just love that area. It's a dry area at the moment. Is it affecting things quite badly?
Yeah, look, we've certainly feeling it now. The bite has come back on. We did get a wee bit of a reprieve in early April with 40 mils or so. However, as I pointed out a minute ago prior to the interview, it's a double-edged sword. We're enjoying that mild spell, but we do need that moisture. And just looking ahead, it looks like there is a little bit forecast, perhaps a shower this weekend and another 20 mils for potentially, by the look of the table, for next Wednesday and Thursday. So hopefully that gives us the follow-up and the top-up we need to just kick things into gear while the ground's still warm.
Yes, because there is still a lot of people who are really struggling out there in areas not far from you, North Canterbury, etc., and the East Coast and the North Island. So it can be pretty tough times when you haven't got anything much leading into winter.
No, look, I think there's other areas that are probably more critical than we are right at the moment too. Notwithstanding that we all get locked into our own little areas and bubbles and our own problems. But the great thing about Marlborough is we've managed to unload, and we do unload in a timely manner, a lot of our stock. The calves, we've just had 3 major calf sales here over the last month, with the last one being just on Wednesday. So we've exited all our trading stock, all our surplus, and we're sort of down to maintenance levels. So Marlborough farmers gear themselves up and are usually pretty resilient to what the weather patterns throw at us.
So the calf sales are big sales, and was it sort of hill and high country cattle or calves involved?
Yeah, Marlborough, for anyone that's not familiar with Marlborough, Blenheim and the Wairau Plains are at the confluence of 2 major river valleys, the Wairau and Awatri valleys, and so we've got a lot of grape and vineyard canopy in the valleys and on the valley floors and on the plains, and then the hill country, very traditional beef properties, 3rd, 4th generation places, a lot of history and genetics and breeding in there. So we get a lot of calves come off into our sales. I think we've sold 4,500 through the auction system between our 3 sales, with 1,800 going under the hammer on Wednesday, and they've come forward, and they're very well supported by the North Island particularly. We're grateful for that. Being close to this end of the top of the South Island, they snipe into the area and buy a lot of cattle off us, which is terrific.
Of course, you mentioned the grape canopy, and it's Marlborough, especially well known for its beautiful wines, its Sauvignon Blanc, etc. Now, I imagine there's a lot of vineyard grazing going on this time of year.
Yes, there's great synergies in Marlborough with our vineyard counterparts. There is a balance there between us all. The irony of it is we farm to those grass curves. We sell a lot of lambs through late November, December and early January out of the area, and we're turning around now hunting for them, looking for them to bring back in after the grape harvest has been and gone in April and late March and April, and we're putting lambs back under the vines for winter finishing, which will come out again pre-bud burst in spring and September. A lot of hill country farmers here in Marlborough also have their own relationships with their various vineyard people that they're dealing with, and they put their own ewe lamb replacements and other things under those vines. And look, they go on to clean pastures under those vines, and the stock mooch around there all winter and do particularly well. They really do, yeah.
Interesting. I wonder if the meat from those particular lambs are slightly marinated by what they are eating, what they're taking in.
Bound to be. If the lambs aren't marinated, we've certainly got plenty of access to the marinade with plenty of wine around us here in Marlborough. So we complement it with a glass or 2 of that for sure.
So all in all, it's you've got over the worst of it, or the busiest period, I suppose, with all that. So what happens now for your winter?
Yeah, look, you're right, we've broken the back of it now. This week, even just with that last big calf sale going out, and we now roll in quite quickly into a pattern of the bull sales, and I've no doubt you'll catch up with our genetics guys leading into that part of the season in the next few weeks. But we will have our bull walks hot on the heels of these calf sales. Bull walk here in May the 28th for Marlborough, and then bull sales through June. So that's the next major sort of battle or job, if you like, to contend with. Yeah,